So your question is, how do you end up with somebody you don't like?
You know, because what I think happens a lot of times is we end up with somebody we don't like. Then we end up having to compete with this person just because we know that we're playing a certain role and we have to play that role. And you know, and then that person demands so much of us. At least we think she's demanding so much of us, but the only reason why we feel that way is because we really don't like her. But if this was somebody that we like, we would genuinely do all the things that she's asking.
It comes from attraction.
That boy is good.
It comes from attraction.
I think that's what it has to do.
That's the main thing, attraction.
I think part one is attraction. I think part two is when you're so attracted to somebody, you project onto them what you want them to become. And so you begin to think like, okay, if I stick it out, in a couple years they'll be exactly who I want them to be. But it showed you all the signs from the get-go. But you just decided that you wanted to be with this person and that you were going to make them into what you wanted them to be.
Man, when somebody shows you who they are, believe.
Right, yeah.
You can't change nobody. You can't.
That's very true.
I've been in situations where I've dealt with someone and they've done something. I've been with a girl and I've seen.
What do they do? Use examples.
Oh, okay.
Be more personable.
Bet. Okay. So I was with a girl. For the first time, we chilling. We probably in a relationship for like 2 months. She goes through my phone. She goes through my phone. And I ain't got nothing on my phone. But I realized she reacted to something little. So then I'm like, I go through her phone. And I see stuff. And I'm like, damn. So from that point, before that point, I was up here in a relationship. But now I see that she was talking to other people. Now I'm dropping. And I'm on her level. It cut me down, it chopped me down. It's now I'm on her level. But from that point, I was fighting to prove myself in that relationship to be able to be better than her again. From that point on, so she showed me that she wasn't someone to be trusted. She couldn't even trust me because she knew she couldn't trust herself. So over time, it just became the same pattern over and over and over and over. And because I was more accepting of her being that way, she's like, okay, I can get away with it. But I should have known all real. But that's even another thing. It's some people that just you gotta watch when you're dating down. This is something totally different. But I just gotta say this on my mind. You gotta watch when you're dating down. Don't date down. Be with somebody on your same level. Cause if not, there's people out here that'll chop trees down to get the fruit instead of climbing up to get it. So you gotta watch out for that shit.
Okay.
Real tough.
Okay. True. Here's the situation how I ended up with somebody I don't like. I'm not exactly sure how it happened, but so I met this girl on MySpace. MySpace. MySpace.
The good old days.
Yeah, like the top 8.
You had on your top 8?
Yeah, that's how you let them know you did.
That's how you know it's real.
Yeah. So I met this girl on MySpace, very attractive or whatnot, and she was very different from what I had experienced before. And so I think from that point on,
different like wow or different?
No,
not
she was
wow.
Not wow.
Not wow.
Not wow.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. She was pretty. Yeah. So we started talking or whatever, and we kind of fell into the relationship, and we never made it official, but it was just like, it is. Right, it just ended up happening. And so a few years back, and there was just a lot of things that she did I didn't like. Like, my phone would ring, and she would catch attitude because she thought maybe it was a girl calling. You know what I mean? Or yeah, it was just like, I at least I felt like trust issues for no reason. You know what I'm saying? I gave you no reason to, feel like that or whatnot. So anyway, a couple years passed, and it's just like I was saying, I liked her because she was so different, and so I expected at some point for her to turn the corner.
Exactly, right?
You know what I mean? I was like, it was tough for a couple years. Like, it was a lot of struggles, a lot of fights. And when I got to the end of the relationship, I told myself, when I look back on it, I was like, see, I knew, it lasted like 4 years. I was like, I knew at year 1 that this wasn't gonna work. But I was optimistic, like, you know what, man, everything in life ain't easy. I'm just gonna stick it out, and then by the time we get to the end of the road, it's gonna be good. But I ignored the signs. I ignored the signs because I wanted her to be what I thought
Real.
she could be.
That's real.
But like you said, when somebody shows you who they are, believe them. But I didn't believe it.
Relationships, man, they like driving on a road trip. You got some shit said.
A road trip to nowhere.
To nowhere, exactly. But you got a destination you're trying to get to. But something says, okay, you're going the wrong way. But you just keep driving. No, get off. Get off, man. Sometimes you just keep going, hoping. Hoping, just going off hope. It ain't enough.
You gotta kick them out. Once you know, every hitchhiker, they gotta get out eventually. Them hitchhikers have a destination.
So here's my question as it pertains to that, right? So where do you draw that line between saying, okay, let me work through this, it's gonna get better, and saying this just ain't what it is?
You cheat on me, it's over. You're done.
Right, but that's an easy one.
I know. That's really the only one that I have. Honestly, I can get over anything else, but you cheat on me, we're done. So,
bro, I done stayed before.
We're done.
I done stayed.
And the reason why I can't stay is just because anything else we can talk about. We can work it out, you know.
But how do you know if you? One thing about women, when they cheat, they gotta let you know why.
When they and it's for reasons.
If they good, if they real good, they gonna make you feel bad. Too.
Right, and what they gonna do? You know what they gonna do?
They good.
When they cheat on you, they gonna make it your fault, and they're gonna tell you that you wasn't competing hard enough. That's what they gonna tell you. You wasn't competing hard enough.
But
wait a minute.
Okay,
Wait a minute.
so
you
now
wasn't with me shooting in the gym.
Right. So as a dude, do you have to acknowledge that?
You gotta acknowledge that, cause
no, but do you have to acknowledge that you weren't competing hard enough?
You being
no, because that's the biggest thing about it. Because you had to be in a full blown relationship. Because what's cheating? What's cheating versus wrong? It's just communication with nothing to do, but if it comes to sex,
communication.
you had to be in a full blown relationship.
Boyfriends cheat,
and that still hurts.
You feel me?
But if
the guy at
sex with you,
Starbucks always give you extra, cream. Cheating.
To you, that's cheating though. But to guys, that's cheating. For women, if we feel like anything you won't do in front of us, it's a form of cheating basically. Like if you texting or you in communication with somebody that's inappropriate, we feel like that's a form of cheating. Like to be honest with you. If you're going out on dates or you meet up with this person, y'all haven't been intimate yet, we still think that's cheating. Because it's going to lead to that.
I can tell you that. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that for a relationship. I would avoid doing that.
That's definitely cheating.
That's definitely cheating. I can see that.
Having any type of especially because I understand. All right, this is the thing. I understand if you're attracted to somebody.
That's our producer, by the way.
If you're shout out to Renee. If you're attracted to somebody, I understand because people are going to be attracted to people no matter what.
No matter what, you can't turn that up.
Cool. Okay. So the people that you especially attracted to, you need to know. I don't need to be around this person. You feel me? I know because it didn't happen to me, and I'm wondering like, dang,
I can't do
she
that.
really don't like me, huh?
No, it's like
got to, man.
No,
look, especially
I can't just say just
like
because
avoid them at all costs.
Just because someone's attractive.
No. That's somebody that you're attracted to. You just have to be conscious that you know what. Let me not even give this person, especially a woman, because I know how niggas think. Look, man, you can't let a man think that he has any type of chance, because if he thinks he has any type of chance, he's gonna run with it. I was trying to tell my mom and my sister them this the other day. Like, listen, it doesn't matter. You can tell a nigga that you're in a relationship all day. If you telling him that all day, you communicating with him, you think he got a chance. Don't tell this nigga nothing.